Hey everyone, it's Paul Mayer here with Toolmetrics, and today I'm going to do a deep dive examination on a tool from Oneida Air Systems, and this is called their Dust Gorilla Pro. It's a 5 horsepower dust collection cyclone, and it features what they call their Smart Boost technology. And what Smart Boost technology is all about is it's a capability that senses resistance in the air ducts, and it delivers more oomph to those ducts that require it. And so if you're running it against a wide open pipe, 6-inch like I have in the shop going to a lot of the tools, you'll hear the motor running at a pretty low hum. And when it meets more resistance in the form of a 4-inch or a 2-inch duct, it will increase the RPM of the motor, and you'll hear that kick in, and I'll demonstrate that in a little bit. It's a neat technology. I've really been looking forward to taking a look at it, and I'll walk you through the implications of that. And overall, what I'm going to look at with respect to this, in addition to the overall build quality that I'll walk you through, I'm going to measure what I call the 3 S's of dust collection. First one being suction, and that's really airflow in the form of cubic feet per minute, and we'll measure that and measure it against static pressure in the duct system. I'll also look at sound output, the second S, and measure that in decibels. And thirdly is air dust separation. And what I'll measure there is what percentage of dust and debris that spins through the cyclone ends up in the barrel where you want it versus out in the filter where you don't want it. Because if it ends up out there, it's just going to clog up the filter and it's going to bog down the performance of the system. So that's really what I'm going to walk through and measure. Also, just one note, what you'll see in this video and in all of my videos is that I have a lot of PVC ductwork. Don't take that as an endorsement. I installed that many years ago, and PVC ductwork is not a good idea. Oneida Air Systems frowns on it. Government agencies that measure these types of things frown on it. Many insurance companies frown on it. So if I was to do this over again, I would put metal ductwork in place. I would recommend that you do the same. So just wanted to point that out because I've gotten a lot of feedback on some of the videos that I've done previously where criticism around the PVC duct, and I take that criticism, and someday I will swap this out. It's a big investment that I have in PVC, but someday I'll swap it out and put in metal pipe. So now I'm just going to walk through and take a look at some of these test areas that I mentioned. The build quality on this machine is just frankly over the top. Everything about the system, from the American-made smooth-running 5-horse Balder motor to the heavy gauge metal used in the cyclone body as well as the stand, it all screams high quality. The soft start feature reduces the wear and tear on the motor and will effectively extend the useful life of the system. The 15-inch fan is made of a composite material, glass-filled nylon, that is strong and light, which also eases the wear and tear on the motor and helps it respond more quickly to the static pressure resistance from the smaller ducts or flex hose. It has a nice accessible switch that can be mounted to the stand, as well as a radio frequency remote control that can turn the machine on and off even from the next room. I also have the optional dust sentry, which lets me know when the drum starts getting full. Even with a 55-gallon drum, it can fill surprisingly quickly. And it's nice to know in advance before it's full, because if you accidentally overfill it, it could be tricky. The drum is extremely well made with a heavy gauge steel and a nicely sealed lid. The optional drum dolly does a great job of letting me roll the drum in and out for emptying purposes. The unit also includes a true HEPA quality filter, trapping dust as fine as 0.3 microns. That's what you want, as it keeps the tiny particles out of the air, and those are the ones that are most likely to make their way into your lungs. All right, the first S that I'll take a look at is suction. Here's an airflow chart that I came up with based on the measurements in my shop with the actual duct system that's in place. Now, there are a lot of variables in testing for airflow, so don't be alarmed if my results don't exactly match the ones supplied by Oneida. They are directionally consistent, and the system has proven more than adequate for the dust collection requirements of my shop. What impresses me most about the system is how well it performs on my 4-inch and my 2-inch ports. I can hear the surge of the system when it pulls from those ports, and it rises to the occasion. Here I have a 6-inch port and a 4-inch port open. When I close down the 6-inch port, you can hear the motor surge to deal with the increase in static pressure when only the 4-inch port is open. The other great proof point is the flatness of the performance curve, extending great airflow out into the static pressure range, even as high as 18 to 20. That is truly a breakthrough in the world of dust collection. However, please note that you should still be diligent when designing your ductwork, providing the shortest, straightest, and most open path for air to travel. This is not a substitute for good ductwork design. The next S that I'll take a look at is sound level. Now, I measured sound output on this machine in the range of 82 to 84 decibels, depending on the size of the duct that the air was flowing through. This is extremely quiet for a machine that is moving this much air. I can tell that a lot of thought has gone into not only reducing the sound, but somehow making the sound that it does produce more pleasant and easy on the ears. One of the enhancements that they've added is a simple silencing mechanism that slips inside of the filter. Now, I measured sound before and after this was installed, and I measured a 2 decibel sound reduction with this installed. That's a big difference. I can actually have a discussion in my shop when the machine is running, and it is really quieter than just about all of the tools in my shop, so I don't have to worry about enclosing it in a closet or doing anything else. All right, the third S that I'll take a look at is separation. Now, what a cyclone is supposed to do is pull the air that is loaded with dust and debris and drop the debris into the drum and send clean air out through the filter. This is one of the key differentiating factors for cyclones. If a cyclone does a poor job on this, the filter will clog up quickly and you'll notice a decline in performance. Also, cleaning a dust filter is a tedious process, so you don't want to have to do it more often than necessary. To test this, I ran 5 gallons of very fine dust through the system at a slow rate. This is dust taken from a drum sander running 150 grit sandpaper. This is about as challenging as it gets for a cyclone. So if there's a problem with air dust separation, we will see it with this test. I ran the test 3 times, and each time the results were about the same. Out of 5 gallons of dust, there were approximately 1 to 1.5 tablespoons of dust in the filter basin after thoroughly cleaning the filter. This calculates to 99.95 to 99.97 air dust separation percentage efficiency. That's about as good as it gets in the world of dust collection. All right, that about wraps up my look at the 5 horsepower Dust Gorilla Pro with Smart Boost technology from Oneida Air Systems. It really passed my test with flying colors and delivered impressive results. Now, since doing these tests, I've actually been running the tool in my shop for about a month and a half to 2 months, and just in regular woodworking operations, and I've been very pleased with it so far. And I'll chime in the comments section below if I come across any updates, any results that vary, hook up any new tools to it and find anything different, whatever. And in the meantime, please feel free to fire away with any questions that you have about this system or dust collection in general, and I'll be glad to answer whatever I can. Thanks much for watching. I hope you'll subscribe to the Tool Metrics channel for more DIY and tool related videos.